Yeah, ma'am. Sanjay.
Have you started?
Yes.
Come.
Hello.
I'm starting. I was just introducing you, and I think you kind of sensed that. So you walked in at right at the right moment. I will start again. I was just telling them that I was part of a people notice that I launched a film magazine once before. It was for a newspaper, and I gave it a fairly healthy.
Now that Prerna just read out a short paragraph from a book, I think this is the right time that we all get a look at the book. So I request all our dignitaries to release the book.
Mobile.
I request the young
Up to me, how many months ago was it? About 6 months. Had we connected before that? No, that was actually the first time I had heard from you. I of course knew about you. I was fascinated about the work that I was doing and her keenness in conservation, and just heard how much she knew. And I was very intrigued to get to know her. I was keen to get to know her better. And she reached out to me and she said she was writing this book and she wondered whether I would endorse it. And she sent me the transcript.
And her yes was unconditional.
My yes was immediate and unconditional. And then I read the transcript and I was just blown away by her audacity. You know, she spoke about me taking a stand. I just can't believe that she has a stand that she takes that goes beyond the realm of how we take stands today. You know, even our stands are politically correct. Even our stands are in keeping with the sanctity of what perhaps the situation demands for us to take, or allows us the room to take. She dispels all those theories. She goes beyond the stretch of any stand ever taken. Because I think that very few people have the ability to be as fiercely honest as Prerna chooses to be. And at her own risk. You know, I think that every day, and I don't know her very well, but the sense that I get from reading her book and just interacting with her a lot more post-reading this book, because now I call her. Every time I'm exasperated, I call her. Every time I need advice, I call her. Every time I want a pointer in the right direction, I call her. And I'm so grateful for that, Prerna. I take full advantage of you.
It goes both ways.
But I don't want to lose my thought. I'm going to go right back to it. But what strikes me as amazing about Prerna is the fact that she has the audacity to be honest in a time where we are unwilling to be so, because I think denial serves us convenience. You know, it just gives us, perhaps denial sometimes buys us time and allows us to do the wrong that we're doing, or the wrong that we're seeing and letting it go back. But this honesty also, I feel, in many ways, is a driver of action, and it's something that will unshackle consciousness. It's something that will permeate into consciousness. This book made me angry. It made me very angry, but it also made me very grateful, because I don't think think I had ever, up until now, realized fully, with all my consciousness, what a great country we actually are. Because you know, when people throw statistics in our direction, and people say, you know, the world's largest number of tigers live in India, and the world's largest number of wild elephants live in India, or that the world's largest number of one-horned rhinos live in India. These are just numbers that we hear, and of course we appreciate it and we think it's a wonderful thing. But what we don't realize is that we are a miracle. We are a nation that is coexisting with some of the most beautiful creatures on the planet that are surviving and possibly even thriving in certain parts, despite the fact that they have so little space. They're sharing this country with the world's second largest population that's about to become the world's largest population. And that to me is fascinating. It truly is. So thank you, Prerna, for giving us courage, giving us anger, because we need it. Because I think that we've become very complacent and we're angry about all the wrong things. We need to channel and direct our anger for the right things, which is fighting for this shared planet, this coexistence, and the fact that we need to worship, revere, respect, and love this coexistence above everything else. You can clap to that because I know you're feeling. I'm going to read a few excerpts from this book. I really hope that all of you grab a copy today and get as many people as you know to read it. Prerna, I really hope that you can get people in government to read this book. You know, people in legislation, people who walk the corridors of our present and who determine our future. Read this book because I think it's a huge eye-opener, but more than anything else, I think it's so educational. It will empower them to make better decisions and choices. As I know, it has you. You are an asset to Maharashtra. I know that you understand this umbilical link between ecology and economy very, very well, and I know you're guiding our Chief Minister as well as you can. He admitted himself this year in the Sanctuary Nature Awards that he hadn't realized up until he became the Chief Minister of Maharashtra and he started working as closely as he did with, I think, this gentleman sitting to my left, how deeply connected ecology and economy were. And I think this book really and truly, in all its sense, highlights that. So, Prerna.